Folder name is input tags. Under the input tag folder, folder name is input tag. Okay, so input tag folder is ready. Then you have a developer guide. In that we have made a note yesterday. Oh, notes was not written. Let's come inside now. Folder is created. Folder name is called input tag. Today all the files will go under the input tag folder. Today all the files will come under the input tag folder. So what are the input tag we have? We can write here list of input tags. List of input tags. We have called text. One is called text. Next we have called number. Using the text, you can ask the text input from user, maybe name, city name, maybe other type of input, that is text kind of value we can take using the text type. Number will help you to collect the name, number type of input from user. We have another one is called email. Using we can collect the email ID from user. We have called a password. Using that we can collect the encrypted value from the user. Text, number, email, password. Next, after that we have called text area. Text area. This is for multi-line input. Multi-line input. Text, number, email, password, text area for multi-line input. Next we have called select. Choose from given option. Given option. User can choose from the given option. Next we have called radio. Select anyone out of given multiple. Select anyone from given multiple option. Select anyone from given multiple option. Select anyone from the given. Who is that? Next, come next. After that, right call checkbox. Checkbox. Remaining frame set after finishing the input tag. In HTML, if you'll spend 6 months, then remaining where will go? HTML code you have to write till end of the syllabus. So in HTML, we will not spend more time. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow will be the end of HTML. Next will be to the CSS. Checkbox, what purpose? To select one or multiple from given option. We will finish that HTML frame set remaining after finishing the input tags. Okay. Who wrote the message? Okay. Keep patience till tomorrow. Next, after that, we have next called file. To upload the file. To upload the any type of file. Any type of to upload any type of file. Next we have called button. In that 3 type of button we have, one is called submit. Next we have called reset. Next we have called only button. So this button are for the action purpose and it is of 3 types. Text, number, email, password, text area, select, radio, checkbox, file, button, submit, reset, and remaining one. Hope notes is ready. Now create a file. Create a file. Example1.html. Under that folder, which folder? Input tag folder. Yes. Today file will go under the input tag folder. So under the input tag folder, create the file from example1.html.
Excuse me, sir. This is Anusha.
Tell me.
Yeah, yesterday we were doing that frame set example 3. So we created 5 blocks for that. So I don't think we have completed that. Frame set example 3 block. 5 blocks we created and we didn't link to that.
After seeing the input tag, we will come there.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
After finishing the input tag, we will come there. Operator file is created. Example1.html. Go inside. Okay, so let's do one thing. Today file what you are creating, create this file under the same folder. Which folder? Frameset folder. Okay, so what file you created? Example1. Okay, so let's save the file under the frameset folder. Give the file name called example1.xml. Now, example1 is already there, right? Example1 you cannot create again. Give the file name something else. Call input tag 1.html. Input tag 1.html in which folder? Frameset folder. Using one example, we can finish both together. We'll not have to create file again and again. Your question also will get answer and my work pressure will also get reduced. I don't have to create again frame set in the same frame set. Will be able to. Okay, created the file. Input tag 1. File name hope you have given properly. Input tag 1.html. No space, all are together. Right inside 1. Right inside 1. HTML start from end here. Body start end here. Inside that, write as a HTML input tags example. HTML input tags example. Okay, input tag example. Now come inside, write one paragraph wise you can write, or maybe instead of paragraph, write as a h3 tag text. For that below you write one input type equal to text. It will create a text box for you. Input type equal to text. Input type equal to text. It will create a text box. Write one more h3 below. Number. If input type equal to number. Input type equal to number. Okay, come down below. Write one more H3. College email. You will write input type equal to email. Input type equal to email. Next again you write H3 call password. Input type equal to password. Input type equal to password. So this much we can leave in this file. In this file, this much only. You can run this page and check once. Hope you have given the file name input tag 1.html and it is available under which folder? Frame set folder, right? Available under the frame set folder. Run this file. Is it giving the multiple text boxes? Multiple input box will come. Something like this. These all are for the single line. Text, if you enter anything here, it will not be multiple line. If you press enter key, it will not go to the new line. Always it will come in one line. Number if you enter, press enter key, it will not go to the new line. These all are called a single line input field. For what purpose? To collect the single line input. Okay. Next we have in developer guide we have written one field called text area. This is for multi-line input. We can ask multiple line input from the user. So what we will do is this file if you have created, leave that, create the next file. Input tag 2.html. Next file input tag 2.html. Input tag 2.html. In which folder you are following? Same set folder. Yes. Many has called. It was the selected profile, right? The, no, the email we have sent, it was the selected profile or all? Selected. Okay, so second file is ready. Input tag 2.html. Input tag 1 is running something. The input box is ready here. Text meaning it will take only text. Number is going to take only number. Which one? No. Email will take any something with the rate at the rate, and the password will be encrypted value. Not display anywhere. So next will be second file. In the second file, we need to see next one. That is called this one. Text area, select radio button. 3 we will see in the this file. Input 2. And input 3 we will see the checkbox, file, and then buttons. 3 file will be ready to implement the frame set. So HTML you start, come down, follow the body tag. Under the body tag, you can write here H1 text area. Text area. Text area is dependent tag. Text area will open, text area will be closed. Text area open, text area close. Like the BRHR, how we, not BRHR, H1, H2, how we open close, same way. Check now, this file is taking the is it taking single line or multi-line? No single line, multi-line it will take. You type here, no, see where it is going. That's called multi-line. You can increase also this. You can capture and increase that. Through code also we can increase the height width possible. Through code also we can increase the height and width. Okay. That's called multi-line input field, text area. Oh, H1 I have written, I should write H3. Okay, next we have called H3 file upload. You can write input type equal to file, input type equal to file. It will give the browse option. From there you can select multiple line. We are able to run the page. One text area and one file upload. From here, what we can do? We can select the file, click on that. It will give the browse option. You can select any file, and then there will be option to select and upload. Next, we can create call. Checkbox. H3 you write here. Checkbox. Input type equal to checkbox. Some option. Yeah. Check now. Multiple checkbox will come. You can check one or you can check multiple based on requirement. Person can select one also. Person can select multiple also. Getting multiple checkbox. In the first we have added. Now add here again radio button. H3 you write the radio button. Input type equal to radio. Okay, suppose you have radio button, multiple options are there. You need to select from there. Where are you? What is the location you are selecting? I am in Bangalore. I am in Mumbai. For this, all the option. Check how many you are able to select. One or all. One. The radio button will allow to select all. The radio button will allow to select all by default.
Checkbox also.
In radio button, we can limit it. We can allow to select only one. Here. So what we can do, we have to use a extra property here. That is called name property. Name you should give common name, any name. We will discuss on that, what is the name and all. But you can say name is same for all. If give common name, then user can select only one. Here is also, suppose in the case of checkbox also, if we'll give as a name equal to item, all the places. Here also you can select multiple. In the case of checkbox, name is common. In the case of radio button, name is common. Now radio button will not allow you to select multiple. Anyone you can select. Checkbox will allow you to select multiple or one. That depend on requirement. Depend on need. So wherever we have option, user should select only one from the given. Then we can create the radio button. Where we have a requirement, user can select multiple from given multiple. We can create the checkbox. If user can select multiple, then we can give the checkbox. If user can select only one, then we can give the radio. If user should select only one, you need to create the radio button. If user should select multiple, you should create the which one? Checkbox.
What's a checkbox? Can be can be done to
That only I'm saying here. There is two options. Out of multiple, if user should select only one, then you can create the radio button. Out of multiple, if user should select multiple, then you should create the checkbox. Now you check how many you are able to select radio button, one or multiple. That is the requirement. If user should select only one, then you need to create the radio button. If user should select multiple, then you should create the checkbox. Name is required everywhere. What is that name? We will discuss next once we come to the point. But now using the name property, radio button, you can restrict and you can say yes, one means particular, multiple then particular.
So you can combine checkbox with radio.
Hmm?
You can combine checkbox with radio.
Now why you will combine?
In the option there will be two options.
Hmm.
In the question there will be two options there.
Hmm.
So if three means it will not take it. So it will become and two will become checkbox.
If you give the option number one, mango, banana, orange,
Yeah.
and one will give option in the last call E and C.
Now from the question check and question it will get like there is two answers.
Hmm.
In the question
Then we can give option in the last A and D. One more option we can give A and D. Not understood. If suppose for one question that is the option. In the second question, people should select only one, then what we will do? And next we will create the radio button. Okay, so remember it. What you remember? Whenever you have option, user should select how many? Only one. Then what you will create? You will create the radio button. If user should select multiple, then you will create the checkbox.
Sir, in the checkbox, you did mention first you checkbox only. After that, you added name. Why it happens? Sir?
We'll discuss name later once we come to the position.
Hello, sir. Sir, in input tag one file, we have the text field. The text field, like if we want the text field type is mostly like in character type. So what else we can do?
We'll take the help from JavaScript. Text input type equal to text will take everything. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Equal to take everything. If you want to take only text, you have to take the help from JavaScript. JavaScript will limit. JavaScript will not allow to enter the number. It will allow to enter the text. Okay, HTML will take anything. JavaScript will apply the limit of that.
Thank you.
Okay, go next then. Next file we have. So in that you see the checkbox. How many you are able to select? Multiple. Radio button, how many we are able to select? Only one. Look, the common thing for both. Name is same. Item, item, item. Here name is same. Location, location, location. Okay. This is the checkbox. This is called radio button. Now we are given the common property here also, common property here also. Then in that case, radio button says like if you give the common name, only one can select. It will not give the name, or if you give the different name, even radio button also you can select multiple. So what else we have next? Next checkbox radio button is on. Next is called select. Write the select in the same. Come down here and write called H3 select. Select. Select will start from the select tag and by select tag. It's called dependent element, dependent tag. Open close is required in that. Next, after that, you will write inside. You will write inside called option. One option called choose. Keep below some more option. Okay, so from given multiple option, you can select any one. Ready? Check now. Select is coming on. Select will come something like this. Next, we have option buttons. Right, page 3. All button. We have one button. It's called submit button. One more button we have. Reset button. One more button we have. Only button. It is going to be difference based on type. Type equal to submit. Type equal to reset. Type equal to button. Submit, reset, and then button. Okay, we got how many types of button? 3 buttons. This button will be just sample button. It will not be functional. We will be implementing properly. Next example maybe. So these all are the syntax of creating the input field. For text box, what we will write? Input type equal to text. For number, input type equal to number. For email, input type equal to email. For password, input type equal to password. Next for text area open, text area close. Here, text area open, text area close. For file upload, input type equal to file. For checkbox, input type equal to checkbox. For radio button, input type equal to radio. For select drop down, option open close, inside we have to write multiple option. Select open close, inside we have to write option. For button open close. What are the types? 3. Submit, reset and only button. Submit and reset will work without JavaScript. But button need JavaScript code, then only it will work. Which one? The last button. Last button what we have created, it will work based on JavaScript. Without JavaScript, that will not work. Now, so 2 file is ready. Something we have written inside. We have written the syntax of input tags. File name is input tag 1 and file name is input tag 2.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah, can we use anchor tag for button, and can we make that work through HTML?
Anchor tag will redirect you from one page to other page. Once you link that, it will go to other page. Okay. Now, if you want, anchor tag should work on the behalf of button. Instead of creating the button, if you want to write a anchor tag, and the anchor tag should work like a button. So on anchor tag click, you have to call the JavaScript, and whichever the functionality you are going to do through the button, you have to do through the JavaScript. Okay. Anchor tag is made for what purpose? Anchor tag is made for the linking purpose. Now on the behalf of linking, you are going to ask him to do some other work. Correct? Anchor tag is for what purpose? For linking purpose only. Now you are saying, okay, when you don't link the page, you work like a button. So anchor tag will say, I'm helpless, I cannot do. You have to take the help from other technology. So there who will come? JavaScript will come. JavaScript will make anchor tag function like a button. Possible. Not only anchor tag, you can make as a division also, and you can make it like a button. The image also can work like a button. Okay, paragraph also can work like a button. H3 also can work like a button. But for that all, what we have to do? We have to call the CSS, not CSS, JavaScript to make it functional. Okay.
Yes.
Come inside now. Example 3, what we have created yesterday. Open the example 3 file. Open the header file. Example 3 and open the header. 2 file was there from yesterday. Run the example 3 file. In example 3, we have the hyperlinks. When we click on hyperlink, the page should appear here. That was the pending task, right? We created 2 pages. Input tag 1 and input tag 2. So we have 4 links here. For 2 link, we can keep both the pages linking. When we click on about us, input tag 1 should come. When we click on contact us, input tag 2 should come. So look at your file call. Example 3.html. What you have given? You have given the name everywhere. Block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5. User will click under the block 2 and content should change under the block 4. That is the target. User will click under the block 2 and content will change under the block 4. Now in block 2, which file you are calling? You are calling the header.html. So go to the header.html, and in the link of home, you have already one welcome file. Call here welcome only, no problem. Welcome.html, and you have to write the target property. Target equal to block 4. Block 4. Then only it will appear under the block 4. Target equal to block 4 is correct one. Yes, a correct one. write for home as a welcome.html, and once you click on home, welcome.html will come. But where it will come? It will come under the block 4. Now in about page, when we click on about us, we have a file called input tag 1. Input tag 1.html, and we can write here target equal to block 4. 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 In the contact click, we can call here input tag 2.html, and here also will be target equal to block 4. So whether you click on home page or about page or contact page, click anywhere, the different pages will come. Welcome, input tag 1, input tag 2 will come, but all will be where? All will go to where? Block 4 only. The location, using the target property, you are setting the location where the input tag 1 and where the input tag 2 will go. So input tag 1.html will also go to the block 4, and input tag 2.html will also go to the block 4. Means the location is same for all three hyperlink. Login, in the case of login, call here login.html, and you can write here target equal to block 4. Here in the register, you can call register.html, target equal to block 4. Save the file. Target property, what it will do? Target property will set the location of the file where this file should open. So it's saying like welcome, input tag 1, input tag 2, login.html, register.html. If you click on any hyperlink, what will happen? Page will open. There is no doubt in that. But what will happen is, after clicking on hyperlink, the page will not go to the new tab. Page will not open the blank tab. Page will not open the pop-up window. The page will go to the which block? Block 4. Now in block 4, which page is by default? Example 3, check. Which is under the block 4 by default? Which page is loading by default under the block 4?
Yeah.
Look at the code. Which file? Example 3 under the block 4, which file is calling by default?
Welcome.
Read and then answer. In example 3.html file, under the block 4, which page is loading by default?
Welcome.
That is only.
Input tag 2 file.
By default, welcome is calling. Look under the example 3. Under the block 4, which file is calling? Welcome.html, right? Welcome.html is calling. Now when we go to our browser, when we come to our browser and see how it works, tell me, sir. Okay. You can come here and write here. If I send email, if I do also, you are not able to access. Better come here with the laptop and guide it. Okay, so now if you run the page, see the block. What will happen is under the block to header file is going to call. In header file, you are going to click, and in header file, what you have given target as a block 4. Now in block 4, which page is by default? By default is the welcome file. When we click on maybe login, which file will come? Login.html, and it will go to where? Block 4 only. If you look into the block 4, who is by default? Welcome. So welcome will get replaced by login. If login is available in current folder, it will come. So for example, let me go here now. Run your example 3.html file. Save all the file first. Please save your all the files. Save all the files. After saving the files, come to the example 3.html. Go to the browser and click on home. Which page come by default? Welcome only. When you click on about, which page will come? Something like this. Input tag 1. When you click on contact us, which page? Input tag 2. Login and register is not there, so it will say page not found. But contact will load the input tag 2, and the about will load the input tag 1, and home will load the welcome file. That way, when you click on the any kind of hyperlink on the top, the content should appear in the middle. Check once your page is working or not. Yes, no, you can reply in the chat. Then we can move forward. Loading in the middle or somewhere else. It should not open the new tab. If you have not given the proper name, then only the new tab will open. If you have given proper name, then it will open under the middle section only. If there is an error, I'll guide you again one by one. What are the places there is a possibility of mistake? Okay, whoever is not working, let's compare. First, go to the example 3.html and check what name you have given. It should be same case. It should not be B capital here and there you call B as a small. Case sensitive. So block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4. Block 1 to 3, if you forget 5 also you forget, no problem. At least this line you write properly. Name equal to block 4. Only one line is required. For the welcome file, you write name equal to block 4. So block 4 is nothing but name of a area. That area height is 62% and width is 75%. Area height is 62% and width is 75%. Okay, so we given the block 4. Now come to the header file. In header file, all the places we are given hyperlink. In hyperlink, what we wrote the name of the file. So this file name should be clear and this file must exist in your folder. This text home about contact us can be anything, but the file what you have given, welcome, input tag 1, input tag 2, login register, this file must be in your folder. So we are testing with the first 3 links, welcome, input tag 1 and input tag 2. This all 3 files should be in your frameset folder. Then once you click on hyperlink, silently without reloading the page, the content will change under the bottom section. After the welcome block 4 you have written, you have closed the double quote 2 times here. Look at this line, double quote you are closing 2 times. Block 4 double quote close, again you have closed the double quote. बात नहीं क्यों समझते, क्यों नहीं समझते हो? जो कहते हैं वो सुनिए, क्या हो रहा है उसको मत सुनिए। मेरे गुरुजी भी यही कहते थे कि हम कॉलेज आते हैं बंदूक लेके, इसलिए कि हमको जान के खतरा है। अभी तुम ये मत करो कि तुम भी बंदूक लेके निकल जाओ, समझे कि नहीं? वो आते थे कुर्ता के पॉकेट में पिस्टल लेके आते थे, कहते थे हम मार्केट में निकलेंगे, नहीं लेके जाएंगे तो हमको मार देते। सो गुरुजी बोलते थे मैं what I am doing don't mind on that, what I am saying mind on that. HTML, if you leave one single, suppose we see there, PH if you not close, still it will work. PH if you not close first PH, still it will work. That is not meaning it will work in the future. Now it is working. Only HTML. Once you merge with other technology, it will not work. So you have not seen that point, correct? So now what is the problem? We are in one language. Using one language, what can be done is okay. But when one language you merge with other language, what problem will come? You have not seen. Okay, okay, understood. So let's now what I will give you. I will give you this line. This block4.html file is written somewhere. Block4.html file I share in the chat. If there is error still, please replace that line. Frame4 welcome.html, that line I have shared in the chat. After that, I'll go to the header file. This tr again I'll share in the chat. Okay. Replace that and then check your these files. Input tag and input tag both are available in the current folder or not. If it is available in the current folder, then definitely we have written the theory inside the developer guide saying like frame set used to divide the page into multiple blocks. That line is okay here. You are divided into multiple blocks. Another line we have written call. It used to call a file without refreshing the current page. It used to call a file without refreshing the current page. So let me go here. I will reload the file. I'll start from beginning. We are here by default. Page is divided into multiple blocks. Each block different pages are coming. Our requirement was under the white section. When we click somewhere under the white block, that is the 62 by 75% of the area. When we click somewhere, what should happen? The content should get changed. But you should be on the same file. Your page should not reload. See there, we are under the example 3. Here this data is coming from the welcome file. When I click on about, you saw the page has not reloaded and content got changed here. So which property is playing the major role here? target property. Okay. HREF will load the page, there is no doubt at all. But where it will load, that is the question. Blank page means blank tab means it will go to the new tab. Now what we did, we have not given any blank tab. We given, okay, the current screen we have divided into multiple blocks. In that particular screen, one particular area is there. That area height is 62% and width is 75%, and that area name is block 4. So we have asked the hyperlink. You load the page, no problem. You follow your duty. Do that. Here, see here. Here written what? HREF equal to what? Hyperlink. Hyperlink you have given the file name. So you are asking the HREF to follow their rule. Follow the tag, no problem at all. Load the file. That is also okay. But while loading the file, one small request. What to do? Load the file under which block? Block 4. Before displaying the file, check in current window where is the block 4. If the block 4 is exist, please send the file over there only. Now what it will happen? HREF will load the file and it will check in current window where is the block 4. If block 4 is exist, the content will send over there. So we will feel like yes, our page has not reloaded and content got changed. If I go here to the login page, login, it's saying page not found. Why page not found? Because in current folder that file is not there, so it will not say page not found. Register also say page not found because in the current folder these two files are not exist. Which one? Login and register. Okay. So in under the input tag 1, we saw the syntax how to create the text box, email, password and number. Under the input tag 2, we saw syntax how to create text area, file option, checkbox, radio button. Another one is select and button. Correct. Now we will be using this input tag. This input tag what we have created, we will mix with the output tag. So what output tag we have? We have output tag called table. So input tag we will merge with the output tag and will create a page called login. So when we click on login, here a very good page will appear. Well aligned text boxes and everything. Okay, let's go. Create the next file. Give the file name called login.html. This file. Login.html. Create a file login.html. Set example you have not created. Set example you have not created. This one. You have ended online class. Okay. Okay, so file created. Login file. Let's go inside the login file. Zoom yesterday asked to download and install the Zoom app, right? We have done that. Zoom app download and install. Using that, whenever anyone will face the problem, I will share the file, you can use it. Okay. Problem will come in the code, definitely. So if you are using the Zoom app in your computer, then according to need, okay, according to need, whenever it required, I will share the file in the chat. From there, you can access and you can use it. Okay. Go ahead then, start the HTML, follow the body tag. Inside the body tag, you create a table. Now under the table, you can use the border property as one, align property, center, cell padding 10, border color or border is not required. This border also you can remove. Center and padding you can keep. Now write a caption called H1. Put there for login. Next we'll have TR. TR will have one TH, email ID, and one TD. Input type equal to email. And there is a property called placeholder. Enter email ID. Enter email ID. Input type equal to email. Placeholder equal to enter email ID. So ready? Add one more TR. Password. Input type equal to password. Enter password. Check now. Okay. Save the file, run the example 3, click on login button. This page will work individual also, but we are not going to run individual. We are running with that frame set. Two file will create, login register will run through the frame set. Remaining other file will create individual and then will run. Now when you click on login, page appear here, middle section. It is well aligned now using the table tag. Input tag 2 you have follow. In this we have not used the table tag. Coming here, here input tag we follow the table tag, so it's coming well aligned. Go below, write a TR. Follow a TH. And this button should come in center. There should be a button called login. Button called login. Login. This button should come in center. So for that, under the TH, we can give call span to. It will take the column of space of 2 column and button will appear in the middle. It will take the space of 2 column and button will come in the middle. Okay, ready? Button is coming in the center. Sit now. You click in which file? Header file. Content got changed under which file? Example 3. In which section? Those section, that name is called block 4. Come next. Okay, go ahead next. You can write BG color. BG color equal to black. Background will become black color. BG color, wherever you want, you can write it. TR, TH, TD, table, body, it's applicable everywhere.
Yes, sir. I have applied that, but between caption and the table, there again black space is coming.
Caption will come out of the table.
Yeah, like like in set 2 example, you have sent the invoice and there it is not coming. In that example, there also it is coming as white. So I just wanted to know how we have to do that.
Cut this H1 and go here, create a TR, write a TH, call a span equal to 2, the call a span 2, the call a span 2, follow the H1. Now it will come under the BJ. Write the BG color equal to orange and then check login is coming inside or not. Confirm also yes or no. Check now. Table change the BG color. For table BG color orange. And then check the heading is coming under the orange or not. The heading is coming under the orange or not. Coming orange color. The heading is the part of caption now. See here. Heading is the part of table. If you put inside the caption, caption will not come inside table, but it will follow the table. If your table will go left, caption will also go left. If your table will come right, caption will also go right. Caption will follow the table, but it will not be inside the table. It will be out of the table. So if you want to keep something inside the table within the same background, then you have to write the TR. Under the TR, follow the TSTD, and according to that, display the heading, the small heading or big heading depends. Working. Now create the next file. Next file will be called this one. Look into the header file. Which file is the next file? Next file is called register. That also should be within the same folder. Folder called frame set. So go to the register file, create a new file, save the file, register.html within the same folder. Okay, come inside, follow a HTML, right inside, body, follow inside, a table. Photo, interview follow, and cell padding, follow 10 somewhere. Now write a caption inside. Next one you can follow, keep call, After H1, write one HR color equal to red color or maybe green color. Size equal to 1. Okay, so below the see line can, but it will follow the table. For table, if you write BG color blue, this caption will be out of the table. Suppose I will write here BG color in color. Now caption will be out of the table. Let's write here and show you. It will not be, the caption will not take the background color. It will follow the table, but it will be out of the table. TH, full name, write a TD, input type equal to text. Placeholder, name. Placeholder is type of a message. When this page will come in browser, for user it will display under the text box, it will be written enter your name. You can check this one, see where the placeholder is coming. Placeholder will appear under the text box where it will display enter your name. Okay, ready? Check now, click on register. See, caption is where? Out of the table. If you want to keep this all inside the table, then you have to write a tr, th, and under the th you can add it, it will come inside the table. Copy this line now, tr, paste again. name, email ID, input type equal to email, placeholder equal to enter. Password, input type equal to password. We can write some message here. Your password. Mobile number, input type equal to number, sequence still here, how it visible or not. Okay, so coming till mobile number, we'll add some more field. Text area we have created today. Add one text area as a message box, address box better, PR, add a th address. Next will be text area, we can start here. Text area we can close here. It will come little big text box. Individual file also you can run. This register file you can run individual also. Register file you can run through the example 3 also. got one text area. Text area, something like this. Next, after that, we can add one button. We can add one button, tr, th, call span2, like that. We will create a button for register. Okay, now after that, check, hope you have a register button in the last. Okay. So login, some basic form is ready, register, some basic form is ready. Okay. Now this is running where inside the frame. This login and register, it is not necessary, you can run inside the frame only. It is the individual file, you can run individual also. Yes, working. The register file also we can run individual also. It's like the individual module. Like the individual module. And it is running along with the multiple module. Running with the multiple module. So frame set, how it works, you got idea. Multiple blocks will get divided. In one block we'll have a name. In that name, we will push all the files based on target property. After that, next you saw form basic, how to create, how to use the table and th, table th, table th. Now based on this, I will send you some photos. You can try that. This is homework. Which one? Frameset 2 photos are uploaded in the website. That website I have given the URL, no? In that set number 3. 2 or 3 photos are there. The frame set related you can try. And the next form related, I will upload some photo. You can try today. In that form, there may be some lining, some border. Button may be different color combination. So button color you can't change. So at least you need to work on a structure part. Color combination is next. Color combination will be changed through the CSS. You will work on a structure part, which photo will upload there, and you can try that. Okay. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow will be only form related example, and after tomorrow, next day after tomorrow, we will enter under the CSS and we'll combine HTML and CSS together. I have guided you that day to download the Zoom app and install in your computer. You should download and install it, because later once you face any problem, through the Zoom chat I can share the file. Okay, so Zoom application download and install in your system. Zoom application download and install in your system. Okay, hope ready. So that you do it, then see you tomorrow. Some photos will come in the assignment, you can try it.